Welcome everyone, it's Jeff with Half-Assed Gaming. This is my 1,000 subscriber video, and I want to thank you for that because, while this is what I want to do, you are following me and checking out my videos, and I hope they're helping you. Do some mod editing, do some whatever it is, something that you enjoy, something that you can get some enjoyment, some knowledge out of. That's what I'm here for, because I have learned a hell of a lot in the year and a half that I've been doing this now. So I feel like sharing it with you is only right. So thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. I'd like to get down to business now, which happens to be, in this case, importing a model into Blendertools after using ConverterPIX. So we're going to go over everything right now. You're going to need Blendertools, the latest version on SCS's modding wiki. You're going to need the ConverterPIX off of GitHub, which I will post that for you as well in the description. So let's get down to business. We are going to be importing something that I had done before in ATS 1.5 and before. And I wanted to, show you how to take something that's been in and move it to the new, to 1.6, as well as use Blendertools. That's the whole point of this. What's even funnier is that every time I look for the trailer that I want to put in, I can't find it. Tankmaster, here it is. Ha ha ha, look at that. All right, so I'm going to copy this. Do a new folder. Tank video, and then we're going to put that in here. Paste. Oh, fine. If you're going to be a pain, copy, paste. Okay, so this is the trailer. I got the Tankmaster trailer into the game a long time ago. But here you'll be able to see how this works. Okay, so first of all, you're going to need to download PIX Converter, ConverterPIX, etc. Just want to get it in its own folder. It's just an executable file. I'll show you how to use it very shortly. There's multiple uses for it. This is how we're going to use it in this particular case. So you're going to see Blendertools Essentials, Pre-Convert and Post-Convert. This is all thanks to Quattrophobia. Basically instructed everyone in one of his videos on how to set up your Essentials folders, and that is as such. So you're going to need material, environment, and then everything in that folder. Those are things that trucks and trailers and things are going to need as part of the import process. Again, if you don't have any of these things from the expanded base, things are going to be bad for you. So just throwing that out there. You want to make sure you have all these files ready to go to drop into your mod so that everything imports correctly. You can get rid of them after you're done because they're included in the game, but you have to have them on import because otherwise you're importing the whole base every time, and that is not how this is meant to work. Next, you're going to need your hookup folder which is unit hookup. Okay. Now I have a bunch of custom flares in here, but you just want to copy the hookup files from the stock game if that's what you're going to use. Done. Unit hookup. That's what we need. Next is vehicle. This is going to include the shared folders. So vehicle share textures, vehicle truck share, and also you'll need trailer share if you're doing a trailer that's already in game, which I don't have at this particular point. Or like a stock trailer rather, not necessarily just a trailer that's been a modded trailer. So all these textures are going to help you get your stuff imported correctly. Now we're going to copy these. We're going to go to tank video, paste. Okay, so that is all there. Now all you're going to do is you're going to take this, drag it over your ConverterPIX executable. Now you're going to have tank video exp. Now you'll notice there's no def files anymore. There's no nothing. So you always want to keep this main folder intact. Okay, this is just for the trailer information and whatever the mod is you're working on. Now the other thing you're going to notice is that listed are pit pim pick. Okay, these here, this file right here has the model information as well as all the materials information. As you can see, there's no materials folder here. There's no materials folder all the way out at the root either. Like there's the environment stuff, but that doesn't really matter. That's not the materials you'd see that a vehicle understands. So now that was pre-convert, so now post-convert, since we have converted it, copy, paste. Yes, it has the same files, that's fine. All right, so now we're ready to import the tank master, okay? So we're gonna go here, file, import, SCS formats, PIM in this case. We're going to go to ATS mods. We're going to find tank master folder. There it is. And we want tank video _ exp. We need to set this as our base path, like so. We're going to import. The following files failed to load. Why would it do that to me? Let's see. Oh, because I didn't pick a file, that's why. Derp. All right. We'll try that again. So we're still in the same thing. Tank master, vehicle, trailer, tank master, tank master. There we go. You have to actually pick the PIM file, by the way, if you want things to work right. Okay, so here it is. That's the trailer, all right? So now it just looks like a blob. It's solid. So if I change it to texture, it just turns black because it doesn't know what the textures are because there's no sunlight. What do you mean by that, you say? So now I'm going to select a couple of places to the left and right. I'm going to drop a hemi that creates light in a space in Blender. I'll put one over there somewhere. There we go. I'm going to do that. So now we got 2 Hemis. That's going to give you what you need to see textures now. So when you change this here, and you go to here to turn off collisions, you'll see that it looks terrible because I was trying to put an AO on it, which you can't do in Blendertools. Yes. Haha. So let's get rid of this. So that's the trailer with the flares, etc. Okay, cool. So now, as you can see, the trailer is just a complete nightmare. No, I don't want to do that. Delete. There we go. Okay. So this is the trailer. While we're in here, I'll just do a quick bake on this so you can see what it looks like. I want to make sure there are no weird things going on. Okay, so everything's going to be the same for that. That's good. So, in order to do a bake, this is a little bit further than this video is supposed to go, so you're welcome for the extra. We want to create a new matte file. So we're going to delete that. It's going to turn white. Going to edge split so it looks a little nicer. Thank you very much. Might as well do that on all the stuff here. Apply. Apply. Those are flat, so that doesn't really matter. Okay. All right, looks like everything else is sorted out. All right, so that looks pretty good. So now we're gonna select this and I'm gonna show you how to bake something. We need to assign it a material. So we're gonna hit new, then we're gonna hit say chassis AO. All right, we have the color alpha and one UV layer. This is going to be a diff spec add envy. We can add a shadow. Now we don't have a file, right? We have a map. We don't have a file yet, right? So select this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create new, and we'll make it a 2048 image size. Chassis AO. Okay. Now we're going to save this as an image. Now we're in Tank Master, so we're going to put this in textures. and it needs to be a targa. It's a TGA file. This is the only type of file you can save for use in Blendertools. It will not recognize any other type of file for images. Do not try anything other than a TGA unless you already have a DDS made from when it was converted in ConverterPIX. You cannot add a DDS file now. You can only add a targa now. You can add a TOBJ file now, but not a DDS. Remember, TGA only if you're creating a new file, a new image for that matter. Now, this looks like a nightmare, so we're going to unwrap this. It's got 31,000 tries, so not super a lot, but a reasonable amount. There we go. So now we go over here to World, and we use Ray Trace, 15 samples, as you can see over here. Go to the Scene, Ambient Occlusion, Bake. Now this can be quick or it cannot be. It depends on many different things. In this case, it would depend on the amount of things it has to draw and how large the image size is. This is a 2048. Normally for a truck, I'll do a 4096. That would be a 4K image. So this is a little smaller than that, and it's not as... the trailer itself is not as big, so now we save as image, or save image itself rather, excuse me, and then we go apply it to tank video, vehicle, trailer, tank master, textures, chassis AO. Now you can see already, look how beautiful that looks. Well, that doesn't look beautiful, but that's a weird look, isn't it? Either way, we can fix that later. So you can see all the shadowing on the nuts there. The underside is shadowed nicely. So we just have some issues going on with the mesh there, so you'd have to rectify that before you baked it again. But you can see underneath the fenders, you got a darker, because the light's not getting under there. So there you go. We'll call that good. Okay, delete that. Get rid of that. Okay. So that's it. Obviously, I want to do more to this trailer, but for the interest of what we're doing, I will show you the rest quickly. So also lights. So these are your flares, like so. These flares become broken. So they become broken via ConverterPIX. Not sure why, but that's what happens. So you have to go in and manually redo them all. Right now it shows that it's okay, but if you look in the list and go orange, L, you'll see it says a different name now. It's flare underscore vehicle. If I mouse over it, I'll show you. Flare underscore vehicle colon flare dot vehicle dot orangel. So all those have to be changed in order for that to actually glow, which kind of sucks. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So now we go here and we go to the scene settings, and you'll see under the SCS tools, this is part of Blendertools. You need to find your ConverterTools path, which is here in my case. Usually it would be in your list if you're doing it often enough. Accept. Now that is fine. Then you want to come down here to the export portion, export path. You're going to export it into the root of the trailer. So it's going to be, in this case, vehicle trailer tank master, because you want to save it to here where this PIM already exists. And you're going to hit export. As you can see up here, it says the hookup flare vehicle brake L has no expected value, etc. Because they're broken still from ConverterPIX. So you can close that. Now the converter tool takes everything that's in that folder, in that mod that you created, and converts it to the latest version of the game, the latest PMD, PMG. So if you have wheels in your mod, if you have any of those things in your mod, it will convert all of those things to the latest PMD, PMG. So you don't have to worry. So if you only edit this trailer but your wheels are fine, it will automatically convert the other things as well. So we've cleaned it. So now it's by itself, like there's no other garbage in there. It's just what you're working on. So you convert this and it brings up a window. Done. Now we go here. You're going to find your conversion tools folder, RSRC. So this is the 5th of June. This is the one I just did. Here it is. Vehicle, trailer, tank master, PMC, PMD, PMG. Right? So now I don't need truck. I don't need share. I don't need material or unit. I just copy these. New folder. Tankmaster _16. Paste. I take the original def from the tank video. Copy. Paste. That should be the tank master file. Yes, it's all the cargoes and things. There we go. Select. Cut. Now let's go into here and see if we know what we're talking about. Tankmaster 16. Continue. Watch, the cargos are broken. Haha. There it is. There is the Tankmaster, all baked and ready for service. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it was a lot in a short amount of time. I can obviously go back and explain a couple of things to you. You can also rewatch the video a million times, which seems to be the order of business, but it's realistically doing this over and over and over again, which will get you into the right feeling about it. How you go about it. You do it a couple of times a day, and it just gets easier every time. The reason why I'm glad that I use Blendertools is because it is an official port from SCS, so they're making the tools specifically with the materials in mind, so that you can just make your own materials easily. You can use existing materials if you want to. It's pretty straightforward. So I really like it for ease of use for that. So just remember in your file structure, if you remember going back to the beginning, you're going to need to set up some pre and post conversion tools files with all the shared information in them, and because otherwise you're not going to get it to import correctly. So just make sure you guys do that, and you should be golden on all your imports. And hopefully this brings you some luck in trying it yourself. So again, in closing, guys, thanks so much for all the support and the 1,000 subs. Here's to 1,000 more and more learning. We'll see you next time on Half-Assed Gaming.